Last week, Google shipped OKF, a new standard for AI agents. Within days, the internet decided it kills your vector database and is basically MCP for knowledge. But here's the problem. The spec never once mentions MCP. They are different layers, the hype blurred together. So let us do what the hype cycle did not. Let us read it and map the real AI context stack, one layer at a time. To understand what OKF is, start with the problem it inherits. Not from Google, but from Andrej Karpathy. Your agent is brilliant for one conversation, then forgets everything. Every session it rereads the same docs, schemas, and runbooks. Karpathy's fix, the LLM wiki. A folder of markdown, an index, and a log, read before the agent works. No database, no embeddings, just files the agent owns, read before it works, and updated as it learns. Before we get to OKF, we need the layer it keeps getting confused with, the transport. This is MCP. MCP, the Model Context Protocol, came out of Anthropic in 2024. Think of it as the socket. It defines how an agent connects to the outside world and what it can ask for. A server exposes three things: tools, functions the model can call; resources, data it can read; and prompts, reusable templates. It all runs over JSON RPC, locally, or over HTTP. That is it. MCP is about access. It is the pipe. Critically, it says nothing about what flows through the pipe or how that content should be written. Hold that thought. Picture it as a socket between your agent and a server, carrying tools, resources, and prompts. Nothing about how knowledge is written lives here. Now the new piece. The layer MCP deliberately left empty. The knowledge itself. This is OKF. Open Knowledge Format, version 0.1, draft, shipped June 12, 2026. And it is deliberately tiny. A bundle is just a directory of markdown files. One concept per file. The file's path is its identity. So tables/users.md is the concept tables/users. Each file has a small YAML header, the front matter, then a normal markdown body. If you can cat a file, you can read OKF. If you can git clone a repo, you can ship it. Here is a real concept file. A type, a title, a description, a link, tags, a timestamp, then a schema table. And here's the part that matters. In the spec, exactly one of those fields is required: the type. Everything else is recommended or optional, and consumers are told to be permissive. Tolerate unknown types. Do not reject a file just because it has fields you do not recognize. OKF is built to bend, not break. There is one more layer people staple onto this stack, and it belongs to a different job entirely. Instructions. You have seen these files. AGENTS.md, Claude.md, Skill.md. They do not store knowledge. They tell the agent how to behave, how to structure a page, ingest a source, format an answer. In Karpathy's pattern, that config turns a generic agent into a disciplined wiki maintainer. So that is the clean split. Instructions are how to act. Knowledge is what is true. They are not interchangeable. One honest caveat. MCP is a version protocol. OKF is a published spec. But these instruction files are emergent conventions. Useful, everywhere, but not a ratified standard. On the map, label that layer conventions, not protocol. Put the three layers together, and the picture finally makes sense. Top to bottom. Instructions. AGENTS.md and friends. How the agent should act. Knowledge. An OKF bundle. The curated truth it reads. Transport. MCP. How that context gets delivered. The model sits on top, pulling exactly what it needs. None of these replaces another. So does OKF kill the vector database? Wrong question. Different tools. Google's own agent retrieves over the bundle. OKF complements search. It does not delete it. So should you bet on it? Here is the measured take. OKF is real, it is genuinely useful, and it names a missing layer. But it is version 0.1, draft. The repo has around 5,600 stars as of late June 2026. Real interest, but no major non-Google adoption announced yet. And it standardizes the container, not the vocabulary. Two bundles can call the same thing table and BigQuery table. So portability does not guarantee understanding. No central registry of types. Treat OKF as a promising convention, not a settled standard. 3 layers, 1 clear map. MCP is the transport. OKF is the knowledge. AGENTS.md is the instructions on top. The OKF spec never mentions MCP because they are different layers, not rivals. And no, a folder does not kill your vector database. If this made the stack click, that is the whole channel. Sources are in the description. The OKF spec, Google's reference repo, the MCP spec, and Google Cloud's launch post. This was Inference Wire.